That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Is this thing on? Right,
Is this thing on? Pat's neck. Whoa.
That's how the I've Had It podcast started. They go 1, 2, 3. But the trick is that Pumps can't clap because her tits are so big, so she always has to redo her clap.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back to Name 3 Players.
Yeah.
We're your hosts. I'm Raegan.
And I'm Victoria.
And this is sports for the girls. So whether you're a dedicated sports fan, whether you don't really know shit about sports but need some tidbits for your hot little date this weekend, we've got you covered. We've got new episodes every Friday, and we're breaking it down.
We do say we have episodes every Friday, but if you are an avid listener, clearly we have not the past two. Well, we did have one last Friday. It was just a funny little video.
Non-traditional girly.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Really, we're just getting absolutely obliterated on tequila, but it's on YouTube.
Normal Wednesday night.
Right. If you haven't seen it, we celebrated Reagan's birthday in an incredible way, I would say. Mm-hmm. We played a game of bullshit. I lost my ass, and it was really fun. We didn't talk about sports really at all.
Except for whenever I named baseball teams and football teams and won the rounds. Just throwing that out there.
Yep. So Raegan did win, to clarify. She did win. I am not good under pressure, and you can witness that. YouTube.com/name3players.
YouTube.com.
But the week prior to that, so 2 weeks ago now, we did not have an episode. We undertook a very big loss. We lost my dear friend John Paul. He was a big supporter of the podcast.
Yeah.
The last night we actually had with him, he cheers to Name 3 Players, and we just felt like it'd be a huge disservice if we didn't mention him. One of a kind guy, will be so missed, and avid Chiefs fan like we are, shared a lot of games with him.
Yeah.
So we will miss him. We love you, dude. And we're back. We took a pause, but we're back.
We needed a timeout.
We did. But, sports reference. We
Oh.
did need a timeout, but hey, you gotta laugh or you'll cry. Firm believer. But yeah, and so keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers there. Mm-hmm. We love his family, all of his friends, great people.
Yeah.
And yeah.
A big person missed from this world
100%.
now. So.
All right. Well.
Shall we?
We shall.
Well, I mean,
dude,
honestly.
episode 16.
Yeah, this is nuts.
It's nuts. I was saying over the weekend, somebody asked me about it, and I was like, yeah, we're like only, and I said only, and then I was like 15 episodes, and our friend Lindsay was listening, and she was like, 15 episodes? Like, think about that. That's so many. And I'm like, yeah, that's 15 weeks. Like, that's crazy.
I know.
It's been so long.
And we made it through off season.
Yeah.
Which obviously other seasons were going on, but like when we started this, like summer hadn't even started yet.
Right. We have a really cool like content plan for next off season. Mm-hmm. Just couldn't get our ducks in a row for this one, but like we really didn't need it. Like we powered through. We were really worried about how we were even going to do so, but the NBA
became big NBA girls.
Yeah.
Kind of some hockey girls.
A
little bit of golf girls.
A little bit of golf. Not baseball, though.
Still not that.
Yeah. So
never
if you're
will
looking
be.
For baseball
Producer
news,
Chloe is.
You're getting the bare minimum here. I'd say we'll do better, and we're going to try. But there's, we're learning, growing, and evolving here. That is the main theme of Name 3 Players. So hopefully by next season we'll get you some more baseball news. Luckily, baseball news. But luckily the season is forever fucking long. So,
oh my God.
All right. Well, let's catch up.
Yeah, I know. You just got back from Florida, you little jet setter.
I know.
I got back from Pawhuska.
Wait, it sounds like you said pasta.
It's called Pawhuska.
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 Is it in Iowa?
Oklahoma. Anyway, though, how was your trip?
So the same thing. It was good. It was too short. I was only gone for like a couple days. But yeah, Florida's Florida, the sun's shining. It was so hot. Got a little burnt, but
I'm jealous. You and Chloe are bronzed.
Yeah.
And I am fake bronzed.
Fake bronze. That still counts.
That's left over from last weekend, so like, ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's okay. Happy you're both back.
Me too.
Chloe just landed. Wheels just touched down.
And she jetted here.
She sure did. Mm-hmm. And that's why we love her. All right. Well, I said I went to Pawhuska. Let me preface that a little bit, that we took my mother there to see the Pioneer Woman. So I wasn't just in
Please explain who the Pioneer Woman is to those of us who don't know.
So she has a show on the Food Network. Mm-hmm. And she has the most calming voice in the whole world. I will say that.
Like ASMR-y?
Well, kinda. I mean, I feel like it's soothing to hear. She just sounds like your mother talking to you. You know what I mean? So she has a show on the Food Network called The Pioneer Woman. She started blogging, and her shtick was that she's a city girl that married a rancher.
That's her shtick?
So
okay, I'm already invested way more. No.
So I was like, oh my God, what city is she from? Oklahoma City, Tulsa, New York, I don't know, cities. Kansas City.
Okay.
No, she's from Bartlesville, which is a small town outside of Pawhuska, but to Pawhuska, it's a big old city. Oh, so she's small town city girl. I'm doing air quotes. Married a rancher. Okay. But anyway, so she has a lodge out on, they own 430,000 acres.
Huh?
Yes. He owned, it's the biggest land ownage or whatever.
It's bigger than some countries.
Probably. Yeah. You drive for mile, it's 12 miles that you're driving down the road to get to her lodge. But the whole point of us going there was because my mom loves the show.
30,000?
430,000. She bought a whole, or she is trying to renovate the town of Pawhuska. So she has a mercantile there.
It sounds like she's doing a great job.
Well, it's only one street, and then after that, there's not really many places to go.
Okay,
so
still slay. Slay.
But and then we took my mom out to see her lodge, which is where she films the show. So my mom, I have the cutest picture of her.
What entails a lodge and not a cabin?
It's literally a ranch. They just call it the lodge. And there's 4 bedrooms. She has a full prep kitchen, pantry, filming kitchen, baking station. It's huge. But yeah. But my I just had a stroke. My mom loved it. We had a blast. It was just her, my sister, and I. And we just hung out in small town USA.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you guys made friendship bracelets, which was just adorbs.
We did, and little phone charms. And then my mom bought us matching trucker hats that said, "Another espresso martini, please." And then we made hat charms to go across them. They're so cute. We had matching pajamas. It was so fun.
I do have one follow-up or one comment.
Fire away.
So when you said Pioneer Woman,
yes,
I thought single mom that works.
That's Reba McEntire.
It never stops. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're one of the same.
Okay. Anyway.
Queens.
That's cool. So you went on a trip to Florida. I went on a trip to Pawhuska.
Very similar vibes.
Very. I'm sure there's a pond in Pawhuska that would resemble the ocean. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe a puddle. Anyway.
What about your wins and losses of the week?
All right, my win is that Love Island USA is fucking Love Islanding, and I wish you would watch it.
I told you I tried.
You tried UK.
You said USA sucked.
Yeah, it does. Usually. But this season is so fucking messy. They're still all so cringe there, except for one couple, Carmen and Kenzo, who I love. But they're all so cringe, so messy. But, they did Casa Amor, and that's whenever,
they mate, right?
What?
No. I said that.
They split the girls and the guys up, and the girls went to Casa Amor. The guys stayed in the main villa, and then they bring in new guys and new girls and see whose head gets turned. But the recoupling was so fucking heated, and I was like,
recoupling is where they're you can't be with the person you like, you have to be with a different person.
No, you can't. The thing is for you to recouple with the person that you like, but they come back from Casa Amor, and they can all choose to recouple with new people or stick who they were coupled with before they all left.
I'm tracking.
But what the producers did this year was get all fucking spicy and send the girls video clips of what was happening at the villa.
And the guys didn't know that.
No. So they don't know who
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it. That sounds nice.
They don't know who fucked this girl, but they just see the girl being like, and we fucked. And then they all had predictions, but it wasn't the guy who they thought that it was. And so the girl came back and saw him coupled with the girl that said we fucked.
You have to tell me, I'm not going to watch the lead-up episodes, but I want to watch this exact episode.
Okay. And so she walks down. Can
we watch it after this? That's just very exciting.
Yes! She walks down. She sees the girl sitting with him, and she goes, I knew it was me, you And I literally was like...
Did they say the C word on TV?
It's on Peacock. You can do anything.
Oh my God, I love that.
All that to say, Love Island is fucking nuts this season. But then they have this nerdy guy named Bergie that, like, they just did it to, like...
Fergie?
Bergie. And he's just such a nerd, and he's so out of place, and he's only kissed, like, 2 girls in his life. And, like,
that makes it interesting, though.
No. He's so awkward, and it just really makes me sad, and I wish that he would just get voted off because he's so out of place there. Okay. Anyways, my win is Love Island.
Okay. That's beautiful.
My loss is... I don't really have a loss this week.
Just miss positive.
Yeah,
sunshine
really
and
don't.
daisies over here.
I really don't. I'm leaving for Chicago this weekend. I'm going to market. I get to pick out a lot of wedding dresses. Like,
That's
I don't really have a loss.
And you get a little weekend in Chicago. It's incredible. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so my win would be I got to go with the fam and spend a couple days with them. I don't live in the same state as them, so it's always so nice to hang out. And I just got a couple weeks with them because, like we said, our friend passed away and my family was very close to him. And so they came up and I got to spend time with them then, which obviously unfortunate circumstance, but anytime you get to see your fam is, you know, good, and being with them was so necessary and great. And then I got to go, like, you know, just relax and kind of shut out everything else, which was so nice and so needed. And I just am really thankful for the opportunity to have done it. Love my family. So that was my win. My loss is just getting back into the routine. You know, every time you'd think for like a frequent traveler, it would be easy. I actually had that thought, like it was like a cognitive thought today on the treadmill warming up at the gym. I was like, this should be easier by now. It should be. I even went to the gym one day while I was on vacation, but still, like, the 3 days off, I'm like, oh no, I forgot what a gym is. And then I get there and I'm like, I do this all the time. This feels impossible.
And, like, on a vacation, you're like, watermelon margs, and, like, you're just eating the best seafood in the world, and then you get here and you're like, oh, fuck.
You're like, oysters every day. Salt is the only thing I consume. Watermelon marg, make it a double. But yeah, I had a lot of watermelon margs, had a lot of oysters, and getting back into the routine was a toughie. So that's my loss.
Well, you're doing it. At least you made it to the gym, honestly. A lot of people would be like, nah, it's already Wednesday. I'll start again next week. But you did it.
Well, I also, like, I think I have to, for, like, my mind, to get back into, like, work routine. Like, I landed last night and, like, late, got home around midnight. And then obviously worked all day, and then I come here and do the pod. So, like, I have to go do something to, like, get myself in, like, you're in work mode, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, nobody wants to work these days.
No.
Just get up.
Nobody wants to get off their fucking asses and work.
All right. Well, now that we're 20 minutes in the episode, do you want to start it?
I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, that is our wins and losses, which is just that, wins and losses. And now we'll move into our recap segment where, once again, creatively named, we do just that. We recap the last episode. This time, we're not recapping us taking 9+ shots of tequila. We're actually recapping the 2 episodes ago.
Correct.
So.
And just like anything that may have popped up while we were away.
Yep.
Or drunk.
Right. Or if, like, we share a story on our Instagram or something and we want to talk about it, we're going to talk about it here.
Because we make the rules.
We make the rules. This is our podcast. I don't know if you knew it.
Well, okay, so I was going to talk to you about this last week, even while we were drunk, because I just, like, can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
But Hard Knocks did premiere. The Jets did succumb to peer pressure, and they are on it. Overall, happy to be there, I would say.
Yeah, is that production, or are they actually happy to be there? I don't know.
Well, it seems very raw. I know it's produced by, like, NFL Films and HBO or Max, whatever you want to call them these days. But Aaron Rodgers appeared to have, like, a sparkling personality. And I know that's a stretch for the way that we've spoke about this man previously, but, like, I kind of enjoyed him.
Okay, that is a hot take. It's not that I'm disagreeing with you at all. I've only seen clips, so I can only speak on that. I haven't watched it yet. I just think, like, the man is dying for a rebrand, which he should be.
Yeah.
And, like, he's wanting to appear like, I'm cool and hip and in the mode, and I'm young still.
Yeah.
You know? And I think, like, sure, you know? I don't know.
I feel like...
You know, I don't know.
That can, I think it looks
know.
that way, like, on an episode, knowing how weird he's been in the past. But, like, the players and the coaches really, like, when he stepped onto that field, like, the players were, like, fangirling over him.
Yes.
And I feel like,
Icon
to an extent, it has to
right.
be, but it has to be, like, somewhat genuine for the players to buy into it, because they could treat him like Russell Wilson and not fuck with him.
The banter, I will say that.
Yeah.
The banter between him and like, it isn't just one player.
Have you seen the clip of him and Sauce Gardner's handshake?
Yes.
I fucking love it.
The banter between him and Zach Wilson, like, it's endearing, and it does make me be like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just such a hater.
Yeah,
I'm
and
such
that's
a hater.
fair. He's like Tom Brady. Like, he's easy to hate.
Yeah.
But he's fucking good.
He is. Oh, he is good.
And I know you haven't discounted that at all.
No,
like,
not at all.
But I'm like, he can be weird.
Yeah,
he's good.
And he absolutely can be weird. He reminds me, like, running for mayor of nothing. Like, it's just like Mr. Nice Guy that I hate that.
There was one part of it where he, like, totally fangirls over the, like, narrator of Hard Knocks. Like, he has such a distinct voice. He calls him God, and it's funny because he shows up to practice in a helicopter, and Aaron Rodgers is like, holy shit, that's him. Like, oh my God, like, I'm so nervous. But then he, like, meets him, and they, like, go back and forth. Like, it's a funny interaction. But then, like, there is a part where Aaron Rodgers is talking to his coach, Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, and is like, go say hi. Like, come on, you can do it. Go say hi. You should really go say hi to him. And I was like, you're not his father. He is your coach. Like, why are we talking to him like he's 5?
Yeah.
So that was the only part where I was like, nah, I don't really love that. But other than that, not bad.
Did you know that Paul Rudd was a narrator of Hard Knocks at one point?
No, but I love that. Any other thoughts on Hard Knocks?
It airs every Tuesday on HBO Max or whatever. Max.
So dumb.
So dumb. Talk about something that needs a rebrand. Guys, just wipe
That's
it.
what they're trying to do.
I know, but, like, just start over.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say my takeaway is I need to watch it before I comment on it, like everything. Still haven't watched Quarterback. I'm a piece of shit. Somebody take this podcast away. Chloe, do you want my job?
Holy fuck. I don't think that about you at all.
Thank you. I really do need to watch it. I just haven't prioritized it.
All right. Well, we're only 2 episodes in, so we haven't missed much. Easy to catch up on. Be ready for next Tuesday.
Okay. All right.
The Women's World Cup. They choked.
They choked,
They
guys.
choked. And, like, don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I think they care, but I'm like...
I have such a hard time commenting on this. I struggle making any negative comments about a group of women who have worked so damn hard to be where they're at.
Right.
And they've worked so damn hard to even get us to be talking about them. Like, no one gave a shit for a really long time.
Yeah.
So I struggle saying it, but I also struggle holding my tongue. But, like, it was weird.
It was weird. And I think there's also, like, some positivity in that, like, they are relevant and they were the favorites going in. They are good at what they do, and they just acted like it was just willy-nilly.
Right. This is what somebody said to me, though, and I was like, damn, straight up. If this was the U.S. men's national team and they acted like that,
right,
I would be like, you weird fucks. Why are you... That is embarrassing. That's
you're on the
so
world
weird.
stage.
Right. And the coach, like... Bye. But, yeah, no, it was really bizarre. The Alex Morgan, I am such a stan. But, like, it was all weird. It was such a weird display of, like, you just worked so hard to be here.
Yeah.
I get, like, ooh, we at least made it this far, and the camaraderie surrounding that. But, like... You know my stance on losing. Like, you lost. You just lost the biggest game. Like,
and Megan Rapinoe's exit, the way she went out, like, this obviously was her last game ever, and she's the one that made didn't make the free kick, missed it by a millimeter, and she laughed, and I'm like, okay, is she laughing, like, in disbelief? Like, of course that would happen, my last game, my last play, all of that, but, like,
but then
pull it together a little
like
bit.
the display after, it's all just really bizarre. I think that's the number one word I could say is it's bizarre. And it made me, like, you know, when you have secondhand embarrassment and you, like, cringe and you're just like, ooh, guys, that's the feeling I got. And yeah, I don't know, like,
weird.
Lose, that sucks. Be sad. And if you're not sad, weird, fake it. That's so weird. So weird.
Yeah. But
weird.
what's even weirder is, as of today, Wednesday, their head coach resigned.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I guess, like, it's not that weird.
No, it's not.
This is their, like, earliest exit ever?
Yeah, and there was a lot of, like, talk about whether or not that was going to... Heavy sigh. Norris is pretty bummed about it.
He's more upset than the girls are.
Good one. But Walko's gone. I don't really have any feelings about it. I don't have any expert opinion to say. The assistant coach is appointed as the interim head coach for the 2 friendlies against South Africa.
So it was just like exhibition games or what?
It's like a non-competitive match. I think it's just like an off-season thing. But yeah, so that's that.
We've reached the finals though. I mean, we as a country did not.
Yes,
but the tournament
as a world
we
have. And Spain was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
So Spain got their first Women's World Cup final ever, and they'll face England. So, like, they made history, and that's always super cool. Women making history. We love to see it. Regardless if
any
they're
country.
Our women.
Yeah.
We're all women.
My God, put it on a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Do it. And then next on the docket, one we're really excited to talk about because we love him, Dwayne Wade inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah. If you haven't watched his speech, pause this, go watch it. It's 26 minutes, and you won't regret every single minute of it.
His love for his dad just weaved throughout the entire speech, and it's so heartfelt, it's beautiful, so eloquently said.
Yeah.
Stunning, 10 out of 10, no notes.
He shouted out his mom, he shouted out his wife, Gabrielle Union, his children. But the end of it, when he called his dad up on stage and just, like, had a moment with him and his dad, and it was, like, all the practices, how you got kicked out of games. Like, it's just, like, his dad has been inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Right, and they share a name, if you don't know.
Yes. And so it just, for a second, it was, like, these 2 insane athletes just having, like, a father-son, like, reminiscent time that was, like, you got kicked out of my basketball games, and now we're both in the Hall of Fame.
Right. And I think the end was more about, like, their relationship.
Yeah.
And I just love, like, sports are amazing, but it's like, the culture on the outside that, like, makes sports what it is.
Yeah.
And when he says, like, all of the stuff that his dad did to, you know, like, making him dribble with his left hand just as much as his right.
Yeah.
Like, he did all of those things to shape him into who he is, and giving, like, you know, paying homage to that was so beautiful. And we just love Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, we do.
So,
yep.
Shout out Dwayne Wade's dad, Dwayne Wade. We love you.
All right. Any other things we should recap? Anything else we missed?
I don't know. I think that's it. Okay, so before we go into our top 3 sports news stories of the week, we are sponsored by The Good Patch. The Good Patch are wearable patches designed to make each day just a little bit easier. Whether you need to look alive, find your zen, or clock in some beauty sleep, they've got you covered. Simply peel, stick, and wear for up to 8 to 12 hours. We suggest the Rescue for hangovers, Relief for sore muscles, Cycle for that time of the month, and B12 for a little extra energy. Use code NAME3PLAYERS, all spelled out, at checkout for 15% off your order.
Good
Love 'em.
patch.
Had one for my hangover. Worked like a charm.
Stunning. We love anything.
The Good Patch, handshake emoji, water boy, no hangover.
Yep. We're perpetually hungover according to our
sponsors.
So.
Literally. All right. Well, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. If you're new here, every week we pick the top 3 news stories that we think the girls need to know. We are consuming all of the sports news all week, and we just narrow it down to what we either like to talk about and want to talk about, or the things that we think you need to know.
And that's also a handshake emoji.
Yes.
We think you need to know it because we like to talk about it.
Handshake.
Handshake. So we're weeding through the stories just so you don't have to.
I feel like there should be a drum roll before this first news story, because I'm just so fucking excited.
I'll put a drum roll sound in there. I'll find one.
Okay. Thanks, Chloe. We don't even need it.
I'm sorry.
Producer of content over here.
That was great, Chloe.
NFL's back, baby.
Dude, it is back. We will never have another Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday without football till February. Well, that's a lie. Thursday night, Monday night stops in the playoffs. Whatever. We're back.
We're so back. It's crazy.
We made it.
So back. And it might just be preseason. And, you know, I have fell victim a few times, be like, preseason doesn't matter.
It does.
It does, and it does. You know, doesn't matter. It's back.
Yeah.
NFL's back.
Footballs are being thrown. Men are being tackled. It's back.
100%. You're
It's
so
happening.
right.
So, first thing around the NFL, preseason kicked off last weekend. So, this is essentially part of training camp.
Preseason kicked off. That was good. That was good.
Essentially part of training camp. It's games that obviously like teams play against each other, but it like really doesn't matter. Like we just said, we think it matters because we're big football fans.
Right. And it's good to see what your backups do.
But it doesn't count against your record for the year.
No. So it's good to see what your backups do. Mm-hmm. We always like to see that.
It's really a way for like undrafted free agents, rookies, for like people on the practice squad to like earn your spot on the 53-man roster. 100%. So like starters will play if they like Aaron Rodgers didn't even dress. Patrick Mahomes played for like 2 drives. So starters will play sporadically depending on how the game's going, but really it's a way for second, third, fourth stringers, rookies, practice squad guys to show them what they're made of.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing is DeMar Hamlin made his comeback.
Yes.
If you're unfamiliar with DeMar Hamlin's story, get out from under a rock. What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, we say the girls don't have to know anything when they listen, so we can start here.
That's true. However, if you watch Good Morning America, if you literally opened a web page.
You about said book.
I did. that wouldn't be printed in an encyclopedia yet. No, but he was the player that suffered a cardiac arrest versus the Bengals last year. It was like, I think the week before the final week of regular season. But he's healthy. He made some big plays. So he's back, baby. Just like football. He's back. Other notable things to... I typed this and then I laugh at myself for what I typed. But I said, Russell Wilson might still suck. He got his ass beat. And like a little bit on the fault of the O-line, but like also just him not reading right, not seeing who's open. Just
took more hits in 4 preseason snaps than Peyton Manning did during entire seasons with the Broncos.
Yeah.
Dude, that stat reads sad. That's crazy.
It's giving sad.
It's giving
and like,
sad.
sir, you have a baby on the way. Buck
Man
up.
up.
Your wife is growing a human.
Your wife is Sierra.
Literally, that's all that needs to be said.
Your wife is Sierra. Do better.
She's probably
Russ.
in the stands like, oh my God.
I hope she stands by her man, but yeah.
She does. Are you kidding?
The Kansas City Chiefs played without pass rusher Chris Jones, and it showed.
Yeah. Derek Carr marched right down that fucking field. And I think I read that he had like 2 pressures. And girlies, what a pressure is whenever like the defensive line is like rushing at the quarterback and he's feeling the pressure to get out of the pocket or throw the ball. So he only had 2 of those. Mm-hmm. And that's bad.
It was bad.
Because he played a lot of the game. I mean, good for him for getting out of the Raiders. He looked great in the game. But again, I'm giggling at myself. But I was like, he looked great, but he's still going to be crying at a press conference by week 8. So, but yeah, the Chiefs defense looked a little rough without Chris Jones. Last thing is the play of the preseason, or maybe the season. No, I don't know. Yeah. Not the play of the season. But the play of the preseason happened in week 1. Jaguars backup quarterback Nathan Rourke, literally, did you see it?
Yes.
He, like, it was like 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys, and he escaped all the tackles and fucking ran the ball. I was like, huh?
This is who the preseason matters for.
Yeah.
Nathan Rourke.
He was like, I'm behind Trevor Lawrence 100%.
Yes.
So, he should be.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
he should be. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a good weekend overall. I think people were just happy to have football back. Justin Fields looked pretty good.
Right. We lost, and I still was like, at least we're back.
Yeah.
We
lost.
It started out as like, we're so back, and I'm like, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stung a little bit, but that's okay.
That's all right. The Bengals also lost, so it's fine.
They did. They lost to the Packers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cute. So yeah, week 2 kicked off last night, Thursday. with Browns versus the Eagles, but there's going to be games. There's games all weekend. Starts on Thursday. I think there's games on Friday. There's games all day Saturday, all night Saturday, and then on Sunday too. So if you need something to do, there's a football game on, I'm sure.
Thank God.
Beautiful.
We're so happy.
Beautiful. Last thing around the NFL, Jalen Hurts signs with Jumpman.
Yes.
That's Michael Jordan's brand, if you're not familiar.
My little marketing brain is just...
Yeah.
The visuals we're going to get from this, the looks we're going to get from this, the absolute serve Jalen Hurts is going to give us.
Well, and his, like, debut photo shoot with it, like...
It's only the beginning.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Like, the art directors they have for that brand, it's going to be incredible. Mwah, chef's kiss. Yeah. Can't wait.
All good things happening around the league.
Oh, next story. Crazy.
Wild.
If you've never seen the movie The Blind Side, that's imperative to this story. So watch it after this episode.
Sandra Bullock
just absolutely slays.
Yeah.
As a Southern, maybe bad person, but
yeah.
we don't know. In the movie, she plays a good one. So crazy. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know where to start. I can't stop reading about it.
Well, so it started off. So basically what happened is Michael Oher, he's a retired offensive lineman. Yep. He was in the league. The movie is about him. The story is about him. The whole thing was that he was adopted by this family, the Tuohys. They took him in. They raised him. They helped train him.
Southern Georgia family.
Yeah, got him to the league, or got him to college. Then he got himself to the league, all of that. This, like, heartfelt story, feel-good story. You watch the movie, you cry like a normal human being.
Right.
Well, he comes out this week and said that it was all a lie, that they never adopted him, that he hasn't been paid a cent from the movie.
That they tricked him.
That they tricked him into conservatorship.
He didn't sign adoption papers. He signed conservator papers.
Right. And so this all came out earlier this week.
Only know that word because of Britney Spears.
Thank you, Britney. Shout out Britney, who knew that sports world Britney Spears handshake. It came, but like, and it started out this week that was like, oh my God, like, I think the tweet I sent you guys, the reporter was like, this is just insane.
It's so sad.
Here's what's happening.
Heartbreaking. Yeah.
However,
raises eyebrows a little bit.
It's kind of giving Boy Who Cried Wolf.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I keep reading so many things, and there's going to be a documentary about it. Can't wait.
They move fucking quick.
Oh, I made that up. I'm just assuming.
Oh, I was like, huh?
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
I just know that there's going to be the Netflix producers are already writing it up, I'm sure. But both sides are so wild.
It is.
I mean, even the conservatorship of it all. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
This man was obviously like, he signed it right before he was 18. He's clearly like in a capable mindset. Why did they sign a conservatorship?
I don't know. I think, like you said, both sides. However, the family responded and stated that he threatened them to go public unless they paid him $15 million. So it's like...
But they got that money. So
yeah.
He just wants, like, what's his. Like, and it does go both ways, because I do see, like, why that figure, you know?
Well, but there's also, like, statements and documents that state that they have given him shares of royalties of this movie.
But it's about his life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see, like, I do see there's a side against him. But I'm like, people calling it blackmail. I'm like, no, he just tried to handle it. Like, it could be that he just tried to handle it in private and was like, hey, pay me the money I deserve.
Yeah.
And then they didn't, and he was like, all right, well, then I'm going to take it public. Like, that's what I see between the lines a little bit. Could it be the other way? 100%. And I'm sure the truth lies somewhere in the middle, just like everything. But I don't know. It's weird to me. The conservatorship part is so
I agree.
Weird.
That part is very weird. I don't really understand it. So in the court petition, he asked that they terminate the conservatorship, which was granted in 2004, which I think is insane. Like, it's gone on for almost 20 years. He wants full accounting of the money that they earned or because of his name with the movie. But the other part that, like, kind of perked my ears up is that, like, he's tried this numerous times, and whenever his, like, legal teams see this evidence, then they, like, drop the case.
Right.
So, and obviously
it's too hard of a case, though.
Well, I think they see that there are statements that he has received
money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not saying that he's like, so boy who cried wolf probably wasn't the best thing to say. I'm just saying,
but it's like,
it seems
so
a little
times.
fishy that like this is happening again and he's threatening them with all this money, but then they're going public too and being like, here's the statement. So like, I don't know what to believe really.
Yeah.
It just keeps unfolding and unfolding.
I'm eager to continue reading. I can't stop. I'm eager to continue. But also something interesting is this family comes from a lot of money. They are a very affluent family and that line goes back very far. So it's also like, why did you need that money?
Right.
It's not like, you guys were like out in the
hurting.
Yeah, like, you didn't just take this guy in out of the kindness of your heart and like you both were struggling to get food on the table. Like, you had the means. You, of course, did this great thing by taking him in and giving him the resources in order to like, potentially be who he is.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have done it without you. You don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole like, it's the whole thing of like the white savior complex too is like applied here. And it is gross to me. But yeah, we'll see.
Have you seen the meme? Because like MJ, the little kid in the movie, is like kind of a little shit, but like obviously his biggest fan too. And someone tweeted a picture of him like smirking from the movie. It was like, this little fucker took it all. And people are trying to cancel Sandra Bullock for it and be like, give back all the money you made off that movie.
Well, she did like make a lot of money off of it, and I do think I don't think she should be canceled, but she should probably have to like, it's not like her responsibility to research the factual part of these roles, but like you made a lot of money off this guy.
My thought though is that like Michael Oher had to have been in talks with that whole like planning of the movie, the production, because he had to give his side of the story too. So like,
not if there's a conservatorship. He doesn't make the decision. I think that's the whole like premise is like he didn't have a say in this.
Okay, that changes literally everything.
Yeah,
that's what I was questioning. I'm like, how did they not know this? Like, you do all the research for the movie, and how is this just now coming up? But
also, and if like, and I think like also when you're that young, he grew up like he thinks these people saved him.
But does he? You know what I mean?
At that time.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't know to ask anything. He's like, oh, they're gonna make a movie about my family. Okay. And he couldn't say no anyway. But like
at what? Well, yeah.
You can't say no to anything.
Right, yeah.
So
because he was like out of the league or still in the league whenever the movie was made, so it's not like he was like this young kid when that was happening. But yeah, I mean, Britney Spears was in her conservatorship till what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So free Britney, free Michael Oher.
Yeah. Until proven otherwise.
Yes.
Not Britney though. So free her.
Yeah. All right. Well, our final story is our good old boy Messi.
Good old boy.
Not messy. He's not a messy person. He's just messy.
Mm-hmm.
But he came into Inter Miami and just kind of saved the day, honestly.
Yeah.
But he scored in his 6th straight game to send the team into the league's cup final. He did that on Tuesday night. So in 6 games, he scored 9 goals. And the team is going to the league's finals still as like the worst team when like in scoring.
Right.
Which I think is crazy because had he not come here, they wouldn't be there.
He quite literally saved the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just still think it's crazy Messi's in the United States.
I do too.
Like
I think about that every time. I'm like, how did you get here? Because you're the biggest soccer player, you're the best soccer player in the world, and now you're just in Miami in the US of A, wearing a powder pink jersey, just fucking chilling with like David Beckham, his children, Kim Kardashian sometimes when she's at the game.
She's not watching though.
She's not. Saint though is the biggest fan. That's why she's there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it's just crazy.
And did you see the clip when they played Philadelphia on Tuesday? That's when they won. And the clip of the Philadelphia player getting in his face, or I think Messi got in his face, and that guy like chirped back. But I'm like, imagine.
Yeah.
Messi gets in your face. I'm gonna be like, no, you're right.
No, sir, right this way.
Sir, you are right.
I mean, you're still like playing your sport that you're getting paid for, and it was like a common goal. But that's like when they asked Joe Burrow if he was nervous to play against Tom Brady, and he was like, no. I'm like, dude, shut up. Shut up. I hate Tom Brady.
There's a clip that I literally just watched a day ago that was him introducing himself to Von Miller and being like, big fan. And you're not nervous to play Tom Brady? Get fucked.
It's the nervous part. I'm sure he's like big fan of Tom Brady, but he's like, no, why would I be nervous? It's just a football game. Brr, brr, brr. I'm Burrow.
I'm Burrow.
Why did I do the Blue's Clues sound?
Oh my god. Anyway, so funny that a soccer story still leads us to our hatred for the Bengals. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. That'll do it.
Okay, so this isn't a Chiefs podcast, but it is a
Bengals hate podcast.
Yep. Okay.
Special shout out to Vic's family.
Yeah, sorry. If you're a Bengals fan, don't take it personally.
You shouldn't be.
Okay, anyway, the Burrowhead thing made us a little bitter. We're fine.
That wraps up our 3 stories. Anything else to add? I mean, we've been talking for like a good hour.
No, it's been 57 minutes. That's crazy.
Cool.
I'm hungry. Okay, so our next segment, our Walkout Fits of the Week, are brought to you by Waterboy. Replenish after a long weekend with a stick of Waterboy. Formulated with electrolytes and vitamins, this hydrating drink mix helps reduce nausea and fatigue and helps you chill out after a weekend out. Each stick of Waterboy is vegan, has zero sugar, has zero sugar, and includes 3 times electrolytes and vitamins than its competitors. The original Weekend Recovery is available in strawberry lemonade and blue raspberry flavors with the newest athletic recovery and lemon lime. So whether it's from working out or going out, reach for Waterboy. You know, we love it. I mean, there's not much else to say.
There's really not.
My dad brought a giant one to our family vacay. It was so cute. He was like, hey, everybody, grab a Waterboy. I'm like, did you use our discount code? And he was like, yeah. So.
Hell yeah. It is like made for curing nausea, anxiety.
I was so hungover after your birthday, and I had a flight the next morning.
You were hungover?
Yeah.
Oh.
I put 2. Oh my God, I was so hungover.
I didn't even think you were drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I put 2 in my big cup, and I drank it before I got to the airport.
Stunning.
2.
The biggest thing for me is the nausea because
Yeah.
that shit whoops
100%.
my ass.
Mine's the headache, and I think it really, really helps with the headache.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was a really long Waterboy sponsor.
So while this is a Bengals hate account, this is a Waterboy
and we
stan
are
account.
gonna post our merch because we never have. Like, they were so gracious and sent us so much merch, and I wear, like, I just wore the t-shirt while I was on vacation. They're so cute, and we're gonna post about it because they're just the best.
And you can use our code
we love
for
you,
that.
Waterboy. Use our code for your entire order, whether it's the Waterboy sticks, Waterboy in a can, the merch, all of it. It's name 3 players, all spelled out. 15% off your order at checkout. All right, Walkout Fit of the Week.
You should go first because you're very excited.
Oh my gosh, I am. Okay, back to our Dwayne Wade moment. That is my fit of the week. You know, he's like one of my top dressed athletes of all time.
Yeah.
And he wore this sleeveless button-up dress shirt for his Hall of Fame induction. And of course, he put on like the...
Because he knew he was putting a jacket on.
Yeah. And it was, of course, like the classic Hall of Fame coat. But just like the moment it was when he took it off and it was sleeveless, everyone's like, yeah, it was so good. So yes, fit of the week is just Dwayne Wade in a sleeveless button-up.
Yeah. It was great, honestly. And I saw it and I was like, oh, I should pick that. And I'm be like, no.
The whole fam came out dressing for...
Baby dressing, call him Rage.
I posted it, like the whole family. It's crazy. Every one of his entire family just looked incredible on the carpet walking up to the Hall of Fame. But yeah, the sleeveless shirt won for me. What about you?
Mine is Jalen Johnson from the Chicago Bears. It was like his travel fit. He's just got on some little champion sweatshorts, some J's, his little suitcase. He's got, instead of a bag,
humble fit.
Right? Instead of a bag, he's carrying a to-go box of food, and we love that for him. But the star of the show is his Allen Iverson knitted sweater. Okay. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I saw that. I was like, well, that just kind of trumps everything. So
that wins.
Yeah.
Moving right along into our breakdown segment. Our breakdown segment is where we do literally that. We break it down. So basically we take a sports topic or a specific play, maybe even some drama, and we break it down for it to make sense for the girls. This week's topic, Raegan's going to take it from here. It's conference realignment maps.
Yeah, and so this is going to seem like a big beast, but it's
It's so simple.
We're going to cover it at a very high level. Really,
macro, if you will.
Correct. Really, what we're going to talk about is the Power 5 conferences for the NCAA, why they're in the news, and kind of the gist of what's happening.
Okay.
So over the last couple of weeks, there's been like a huge realignment happening in all of the conferences within NCAA. And there's been a lot of pushback about it because it's like cross-country teams having to now travel to play each other and like all this stuff. Really, the reason for doing the realignments is a money grab.
Yeah.
Like, it's for television, it's for views, it's for money.
Mm-hmm.
The colleges have gotten a little greedy. And they're
like, these kids with their NIL money, we want it too.
Yeah. And they're like, fuck their student schedules, fuck their classwork. They're going to travel for 3 days for a game, come back. Like, it's dumb. And honestly, the Mizzou's head football coach, he like made a really good statement about it and like made everybody think. He just was like, no one thought about the kids in this. No one thought about their classwork. Nobody thought about...
It's, like, not about school.
And, like, think about their families or the kids that stay local or regional so their families can come watch them, and now they're having to get on a flight. Like, it wasn't about the kids. It was solely about the universities and the money. So, a lot of pushback happening. But, basically, the gist is that the NCAA's Power 5 conferences are going to realign in 2024. So the Power 5 is the Big Ten Conference, the Pac-12, the Big 12, the SEC, and the ACC. So tons of universities within those. I'm not going to go over all of them, but just kind of the notable moves. In the ACC, there's 15 total universities. There's no changes. So don't need to worry about that. In the SEC, there's 16 total universities, and now Oklahoma and Texas have joined the SEC from the Big 12. Mm-hmm.
The back and forth between the SEC and the Big 12.
Make up your mind.
It's so wild.
Make up your mind. In the Big 12, there's 16 total with 4 additions, and the 2 that I just mentioned that are leaving. The additions are Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah. Then the Pac-12, that took the biggest hit. 8 schools are leaving that division, and only 4 remain.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. So the 8 that have left, again, are Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah. And then the other 4 that went to the Big Ten are Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington. So now the Big Ten has 18 total universities. So think about that.
This sounds so stupid.
It's so
dumb.
The Pac-12 has 4 universities in the conference. Everyone else has at least 15.
Yeah.
With the fucking Big Ten.
So basically,
the Big Ten has 18.
That's what I'm saying. Pac-12 has 4.
Yeah.
Big Ten has 18. Big 12 has 16.
So basically, girls, what you need to take away from this is it all doesn't make sense and the rules are made up, but it's all for money and it's all for attention.
Yeah.
I feel like you
make
have to
it make
rename
sense. They never do, though. They never do. It's always the Big Ten, regardless.
It's because I bet men are in charge, and that's stupid.
I mean, I could bet my entire life men are in charge.
There's no organization. They're just like, nah, fuck it. That makes sense, I guess. Throw them in there.
Yeah, I tried watching, like, this press release of it, and I was like, this is so dumb. Dumb.
How is it a money grab?
So the reason I say that it's a money grab is because the 2 biggest conferences with the most lucrative television contracts, the Big Ten and the SEC, are seen as the most desirable. So, like, the Pac-12 has struggled to find new broadcast partners that's going to pay its schools to broadcast their sports. So people are like, well, I'm not leaving, or I'm not staying here. I'm going to the other ones.
Well, and, like, the SEC conference, I mean, if you know anything about these conferences, you do know, like, it's the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think you're getting that attention. You're getting that, like, kind of legacy that comes with those. And so people want to be a part of them. Mm-hmm. So I think when even going further than the money grab, it's like you're doing so much by your school by even being involved in those that you're upping everything, enrollment, merch sales, like ticket sales, everything. Right. So, yeah, I think it's just that.
Yeah. So not only has this like fucked up the students' lives and like all of that shit, but it's like historic rivalries have now been messed up.
Which that annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So weird. Anyway, boo.
Boo! So that's your breakdown, girlies.
Boo, conference realignment maps.
Yeah.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
All the
Wouldn't
notes.
recommend. So many notes.
All right. Well, something more upbeat.
Literally.
Our walk-up song of the week.
Just to kind of reiterate, you're going to be like, this is a sports podcast. Why is there music and fashion? It's a way to integrate all aspects of sports rather than just the news.
Yeah.
The culture.
The culture. What's your walk-up song?
I Know by Travis Scott. Off his new album.
Yeah, I've had it like kind of on a loop.
It
was the only one I downloaded for the plane,
good.
which is like not a plane vibe, I'll tell you that.
No.
It was a little intense for just me and my noise canceling headphones. But mine is Telekinesis by Travis Scott, but it's exclusively because of the SZA verse in there, which you have to listen a lengthy way to get there. It's a very long song, and there's a lot of Travis Scott in it. But then once you get to that SZA verse, it's well worth the wait.
As is everything with SZA.
100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. So, yeah, we both have Travis Scott songs. That's the first time that's happened, that we both have the same artist.
That is, actually. I mean, I went back and forth this week. I literally had so many songs. I wrote, like, probably 4 different ones on this doc because I was like, She Don't by Ella
I
Mai.
thought that was your song 2 weeks ago.
No, it was a different Ella Mai song. Beach Ball by Bia and Busta Rhymes. God, that song slaps.
Bia.
Yeah, she slaps too. But, yeah, ultimately I had to just go with Travis Scott. So, anyway.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're back. We're so back. We're like football. We're so back. This was Name 3 Players. We release new episodes every Friday. We cover the hard-hitting stories. You can listen to our episodes on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, and YouTube. Watch some of them on YouTube as well to stay up to date with all that's happening around the sports world between episodes. And for more information on NTP events and sponsorships, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Name3Players. That's all spelled out. And also, you can listen to all of our walk-up songs of the week and our little curated cute playlists for the girls by following us on Spotify. Also, Name 3 Players, all spelled out.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. Thanks for listening with us. We hope you have the best weekend and have one
for the girls.
Bye. Bye.